Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Life on the Run with Pastor Kevin. My wife and I serve as directors for Grace Point Servicemen Center, where grace is the point. No, we're not making it where people have the freedom to go out and do whatever they want, but grace is there for us for everything we've done. He's there for all of our humanity, and it's there for us to trust in the grace and the goodness of God, which triumphs over our sin. I thank you for taking time to listen to me today for just these few moments, and I promise that I won't hold you long. But servicemen centers were began in 1945 in Europe after World War II. Soldiers attended, Marines, Airmen, all the military branches attended chapel, and many of them at that point were bringing their wives over because it was a new setting altogether. I mean, they were not stationary anymore. It was a peacetime Europe, but it was on the brink of war. So we built bases everywhere and tried to make them feel as at home as possible. And with that, some of the men went to the commanders and said, "Hey, we want to have a service. We want to have a service of our own." And so from out of that was birthed the ministry to the military. And it's come out of the Church of God. It's been going on since 1945. And it's not heard of by a lot of people because it's specifically focused at military, which is their service members, their family, their children, veterans, their family and children, but it's also there for anyone. But it's primarily a missionary work to see the lost souls in our military reach for Jesus Christ. Well, what about the chaplains? Well, they're doing a tremendous job, but what they are limited by, we are not. And a servicemen center is different than typical church because it's not church. We are to be open 6, maybe 5 to 6 days a week, usually several hours a day, typically in the evenings when everybody's off. So typically, from that 4 to 7 or that 5 to 8 time frame, Mondays through Fridays, and then Saturdays usually a late afternoon. And they do have church services at the servicemen centers. They're always Sundays after typical morning church in your local community. So we do not want to conflict or cause any competition amongst our brethren. And I want to speak quickly to you on that. The Word of God says we're all one body. If you're looking to serve Jesus Christ with everything that's in you, and I'm serving Him with everything that's in me, we shouldn't spend so much time arguing with each other and fighting with each other over stuff that really just don't matter. One of the biggest hang-ups to the world coming to the house of God, and why they've chosen to eschew and to be put off by the house of God, is so much infighting in the body. It looks like our hands are slapping our face and our foots are kicking us in our butts, and we're arguing over things that in the world's like, man, why would I want to be a part of that? So we as a body, if you see a brother or sister serving God, don't pull them down. They got enough battles on their hand to have a brother or sister fighting them in their battle. Come alongside. If you can't say nothing good, Mom always said, don't say nothing. So if you can't say something good, go to God in prayer and get the good out of you to Him. Get the bad out of you to Him. Give Him the praise, the glory, and the honor, and He will probably find room to pray for my old tired behind and to be a blessing to me and to pray for my help. Because I'm not here, and my wife and I are not here to cause any harm in the community except to Satan. I want to be a thorn in the devil's side. I want to be the family that says, look, we will be there for you every day this week, and they'll come by and visit and sit. Sometimes it's just a cup of coffee. Sometimes it's just a donut. Sometimes a slice of pizza. It can be a lot of little things that ministry transactions over. So don't get hung up on where your ministry's at. Just get hung up on Jesus, and He will open the door that no man can shut. Remember, start where you're at or stay where you're at. And when the flag is flying for the Grace Point Servicemen Center, if you're in the military or you got a military friend, send them on by and have them come check us out. We'd love to see them, and we'd love to be a benefit to them. We love you now. Start where you're at or stay where you're at. This is Life on the Run with Pastor Kevin.